ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again back into the castle as the Preston Lady Knights look to finish out the homestand of the season with a game against Lincoln, a makeup contest here coming just one night after the game against Morgantown High. Let's go to the floor for our national anthem. Yes, indeed, the postseason fast approaching, but the Lady Knights taking care of final game business here in the castle, and then they will be on the road for a couple of season enders. All right, there are the starters for the Lincoln Cougars. Martin, Ferris, Sturm, Williams, and Rockwell. And now in moments, the lights will go down here in the castle, and we will get ready to meet one more time the 2018-2019 version of the ladies' varsity basketball squad, the Preston Knights. ladies and gentlemen, there you have the starters and the entire bench lineup for the Lady Knights of Preston High, and they are set and ready to go in this one. I want to get back on the winning track, and tough task tonight. Lincoln, not a soft team, not a soft touch by any means. 17-3 are the Cougars coming into this one, and head coach Rob Hawkins has them firing on all cylinders. So the Knights are going to have to come out here, redouble their efforts, put the loss from 24 hours ago behind them firmly in the rearview mirror, and don't look back. Preston in the white and black trimmed home uniforms. Lincoln wearing gray this evening. Both of these teams bring young squads to the floor. Ball in the air, and we are underway here in the Castle from Kingwood once again. Varsity basketball action, and the Knights. Myers with the rebound, trying to find a way to get some help there. And the ball goes over to Lincoln. And the Cougars, they will come down. They'll look at a tough man defense by the Knights right here. Preston matches up pretty well, although Lincoln is a little taller along the front line. And they'll try to take advantage of that. Deep in the corner for three. Allison Rockwell with her first tray of the evening. And hopefully Rockwell is not going to be the kind of hot shooter that will bedevil the Knights all evening long, but an unforced turnover here. And Preston trying to avoid those mistakes. And the official gets things rolling here as the Cougars bring it into the front court quickly. Got a little motion in the offense out front here as they work the perimeter. Michelle Thomas following the ball closely on the left side there. Cougars inside, they kick it back out to Rockwell, and her second attempt for three, not good. Lincoln controlling the ball after a little tussle over there across the way. That saw Preston start out of there, but lose control of the orb again. Ferris with a nice drive for Lincoln there, but she turns that over, and now the Cougars will bring full court pressure as the Knights look to inbound here and get this one quickly down court. Good job breaking the press. Signs finds Myers, and Erica Myers up and in for two, so give Carson Signs an assist. And at the 6:10 mark here, it's a 3-2 contest. Healthy fight under the basket. Lincoln kicks it back outside. Erica Myers wrestling hard for the ball down underneath there. The shot put up by Brianne Williams, and that was a miss, and quite a tussle ensued down low. And Lincoln will have it. Ferris takes the inbound, puts it straight up and in. Knights with numbers. They get a 3-on-1 break. They get 2 points. Myers with the basket from Manco's assist, and Preston hustling back down here. Cougars obviously doing their homework. They know that Preston doesn't like quite this tempo. Good break by Preston till they get it down along the baseline there and skip it out of bounds. All right, Preston trailing by 1. Cougars looking to extend that lead as they work it down here into the paint and then back out. Well, down the lane comes Williams. She puts that shot up, and Michelle Thomas unable to gather it in, so Lincoln will still own it on this end of the floor, but they throw it away. Ferris not ready to take that pass. Little miscommunication there for the Lincoln Cougars, and Preston has the ball and an opportunity here to take the lead. Garlett's driving, turns, shoots, off the mark, won't go. Michelle Thomas, a near takeaway at half court, but the Cougars control it. Rockwell to Sturm and trying to get it back out front. They turn it over, and Chesney Manco bringing it down. It's stolen away, and we're going to get an easy run out this time for Victoria Sturm. So Sturm with 2 makes it a 7-4 contest. And there's turnover number 4 by the Knights, and we got to get a handle on that. Y'all trying to enter the ball quickly down low into the post there, and it is thrown away by Lincoln. Manco's going to come out. Isabella Stahl, the freshman, checking in, trying to give the Knights a little more ball handling, and that works pretty well. Stahl gets it up to half court. Over half court, they take that ball, swing it right, and then back down inside to Myers, and Erica Myers puts that one in the bank. Now she gets a block on the other end, and that pushes the Cougars back out front. Isabella Stahl, very active defensively on the point out here, pressuring the ball. Now down inside, Martin will take that pass. Gets it to Ferris, and Ferris lays it in. Preston breaking the pressure, getting it down low. And on the second chance opportunity there, Myers unable to get the bucket, but she gets the contact and the foul. And she'll go to the line. And she puts the first one up and in. First trip to the line for Preston here on the night. And she goes very, very quick. Erica Myers not fooling around with the ball. Pumps those 2 in. Makes it a 1-point, 9-8 lead. And that will spark a timeout in the action. So timeout with just over 3 minutes remaining here in period number 1. Quick moving contest in the Castle tonight. And we thank you for tuning in here on Hometown TV, or if you're watching us on the YouTube feed, or wherever you might be seeing this game. We appreciate it. The Lady Knights appreciate it. And we're glad we've been with you all season long here as we wind this one up. Also tonight, winding up their season, the Lady Knights JV and the junior varsity with a 61-36 win over Lincoln. 2 big wins in a row. 19-1 on the season. And folks, that is rare air. That is the first time they've had that kind of a record at the JV level since the 90s when they were 17-2. And coincidentally, the first time they've beaten Morgantown High at the JV level since back in the 90s. Meanwhile, Tori Garlett's on the drive here for the Lady Knights and gets the ball up to the rim, and in the act of shooting, she's fouled. And Garlett's good with her first. So it's tied up. And the good news is, as rough as they had it last night shooting free throws, the Lady Knights, and I don't want to jinx them, doing pretty well here. That one rims out. But 3 of 4 so far Myers had the rebound, and that ball gets over Carson Sign's hands, but knocked out of bounds by the Cougars. So Preston back to work here now with Stahl. Out front, Thomas working down inside, drives the lane. Challenged as she tried to go up with the shot there. And tied up, and the Lady Knights own the ball. On the alternate possession, they'll get it in to Thomas. All right, the foul called on Thomas after that melee. Stahl out front guarding the ball closely. She's trying to give Martin everything she can out there. All right, the turnover by Lincoln. And all knotted up at 9 here as we enter the final 2 minutes of the period. And Preston working this ball around the perimeter. Stahl on the left wing now takes it, gives it back out front. Down to Garlitz. And then Carson Signs driving with it. And stepped on the line with it there, so out of bounds goes Signs with the ball. All right, Signs is going to come out. Leah Elliott checking in. And here comes down the lane Martin for the Cougars. So Maddie Martin will go to the line on her first trip of the evening, give the foul to Isabella Stahl, her first. And Martin breaks the 9-all tie with her first free throw, and she has one more coming. In and out goes that ball. And Myers driving down. We get a whistle. So Isabella Stahl sent the Cougars to the line. She's going to get to the line now. Up and good to tie it back up at 10 is Stahl. One more coming for Izzy, and she rattles it home. 11-10, Preston takes the lead now. Michelle Myers out front harassing the ball. Ferris to Sturm, and Sturm on the baseline takes advantage of her height and cranks one up and in. Pressure by the Cougars, and the Knights break it into the front court. They get to Myers, and Myers gets to the basket and puts it in. All right, Preston leads now by 1 at 13-12. Stahl takes the rebound in the paint, heads back the other way. She's going to drive it down, dish it off. Gave that one to Leah Elliott, and Elliott is fouled as she makes the move to the basket off the pass from Stahl. So that was nice teamwork there and good looking transition ball by the Knights. All right, Evans is going to check in for Ferris for the Cougars. And Preston doing a good job now at the free throw line. Once again, 2 for 2, and it's 15-12. Free throw shooting and good play around the rim, keeping the Knights active in this contest. Oh, double teamed, and the ball blocked by Myers, and let's see who they give this to. They call that a shooting foul and send Rockwell to the line. And they'll give that foul to Erica Myers. That is her first. Rockwell, the second one on the way and good. Okay, that puts Lincoln down by 1. And Preston working here, 4 seconds on a turning clock. Got to go quick. And that shot at the buzzer is going to be put up and in by Erica Myers, who has the hot hand right now for Preston. And she gives the Knights a 3-point 17-14 advantage as we break here for these messages from the folks that bring you Preston Knight varsity basketball here on Hometown TV. We'll be right back after this.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robertstone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
All right, the Knights set to break the huddle and take the floor here for period number 2. Final home game of the regular season for the Lady Knights here. As they get set for period number 2, they will sag back and defend the basket to our right as Lincoln puts the ball in play, trailing by 3. Preston has done a good job here defending against the taller front line from Lincoln, and right there Carson Sines pulls down the rebound off the miss, and Michelle Thomas in traffic called for a walk. She was bumped and the ball goes down, comes back up. The official says she turned that ball over. Well, Coach Brian Miller not happy with the explanation, but implores his team to hustle back defensively here. Lincoln, Sturm driving, can't get it to the rim, and coming out of there, Preston got it to Tori Garlitz, and Garlitz, the ball slips from her grip, and she's unable to corral it before it goes out of bounds. All right, Ferris. And they'll work it down low. Three ball, and the Knights can't get a rebound. They haven't, they've been rebounding well here early, but have not been able to snag one on this possession, and Lincoln working that ball around. Evans with the shot, a nice little 16-footer. And Preston leading 17-16 now. Got to corral the errors and get some scoring going here in this second period. Can't afford to go flat. Myers, she had the hot hand in the first period, and that continues as she turns there off the nice pass, just pivots, puts it up. Soft shot in the bottom of the net. Three-point shot put up there by Ferris for Lincoln. And Garlitz will run it back the other way. Michelle Thomas underneath, can't get it to go. And that one might have been deflected just a bit. Coming out of her hands. Lincoln will put it in the hands of Ferris out front. Now Evans drives across, kicks it out front to Martin. Martin can't get the shot to go. Garlitz is going to drive it down, kick it left. Got it to Manco. Manco gets it out to Myers, and Myers is just off the mark with a little jumper. Three-pointer, that's an air ball out of bounds. And that will stop the clock with 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining on the big board here before halftime. Preston will have it, and the Knights lead 19-16 as they take control of the ball here. Lincoln switching up defense here. They're in a 2-3, and the zone gives them some benefit here as Ferris is able to snag one out of the air, and the Knights have another turnover. The Cougars have an opportunity now. And in the paint, a push off against Lincoln's Breanne Williams. Williams' first foul, kind of a hooking, pushing, sort of shoving match going on there, and it gives the Knights the ball. Manco takes that ball down inside to Signs, gets it back out. Shot up on the rim won't go, and Lincoln quickly in transition back to the other end. Martin on the right side wanted a shot there. She got shut down by good defense. Chesney Manco is dogging Martin everywhere she goes when she has the ball. So they'll kick it back out front to Ferris. Ferris with the miss, and Maddie Martin unable to grab that one out of the air. Bounces it out of bounds. Kinley Manco and Sam Wiles into the lineup now for Preston as Coach Miller changes the lineup a little. And the Knights a little confused on offense, throw one into the cheap seats. All right, Preston with 7 turnovers unofficially right now. Working here is Martin, and they'll kick it back out front to Williams and then over to Ferris on the right wing, and she's going to go down inside to Allison Rockwell, and Rockwell is going to score that one off the glass. All right, Preston needs some points here. They fire up a long three. Garlett's just a little strong with that one. And Ferris runs it back the other way. And Ferris is going to go to the line for the bonus shot, having given the Lincoln Cougars a 1-point 2019 advantage. So Lincoln wants a timeout now to talk things over before the free throw. Preston doing a pretty good job in this contest, minus the turnover bugaboo that has been something that has dogged Coach Miller's team off and on, but pretty much all season long. When they play well, they play extremely well, and they limit those kind of mistakes. When they get out of tempo, either too fast or too slow, for whatever reason, whether they're facing a press or facing a trapping defense or a hard man-to-man, they make those mistakes. They've got to play at a certain tempo. All right, Ferris with the and one, and now it is a 2-point advantage. 2:45 on a turning clock here in period number 2. And Garlett's working out front here. And Thomas driving into the paint. Preston working this one in and under, and they get it to Thomas, who puts up a running one-hander and draws the foul. That will be the second foul on the Cougars, Bryn Williams, and that is team foul number 6 for the Lincoln Cougars. Thomas has one rattle on the rim and dance off. Erica Myers is going to check back into the lineup. Thomas has one rattle around and fall in good. So Preston 1 of 2 on that trip and trails by 1. Carson Signs with the good hands there. Takes that one away down on the baseline. Garlett's working it out front. And Garlett's will take the shot and make the tray. So Garlett's tried that a little earlier, couldn't get it to fall. She gets it now. Martin, who had some success down low off the glass early, fouled here now by Erica Myers, and Martin cannot find the range. Katie Martin up and good with the second one. Preston by 1. Garlett's working it left, back into the middle. They go to Myers, double teamed. And Erica Myers drags the pivot foot, and that's a turnover. Turnover number 9, I believe, for the Knights. Unofficially, that's what we have. And Preston, turnabout, fair play. Katie Martin walks as she turns to the basket. So the officials paying very close attention to the footwork here as we wind down toward halftime. Here's Myers working it again. Back out front. Sam Wiles has one on the rim, off the rim. And here come the Cougars. And off a miss, it is Garlett charging all the way down, puts it up, tries to get her own miss. And that ball out of bounds, last touch by one of the Cougars down there on the baseline. So Preston will have it. Minute 11 on the clock as Preston puts this one in play. Michelle Thomas dribbles across to the top of the circle, gives it back. Garlett's in traffic. Ball gets loose, she gets it back. Now the Knights swing it to Signs deep in the corner. And Carson Signs gets contact there on her trip to the basket. And it will be 1-1 for Signs as she was driving on the baseline, not shooting when the foul took place. But Lincoln commits their 7th team foul. And Carson Signs good with the first. Inside the final minute of the first half, and the Knights making free throws count. 25-22 Preston sends Manco back into the lineup, and Myers will check out.
Switch those, Michelle. Switch, Kinley. Okay.
Lincoln throws it away. Carson Signs stepping into the passing lane, and ball up on the rim. Won't go. Whistle.
Good job, Matt. Way to get under control.
Preston, Natalie Ammons driving that ball down into the paint deep, put it up, wouldn't go. And Preston ends up with Signs on the line. Fouled in the act of shooting that second chance attempt. Second one on its way and good. So Carson Signs 1 of 2, and Preston extends that lead out to 26-22, and that is the biggest lead of the night for the Knights. Down low, little push. And I think Natalie Annan might have committed that one. Let's see what they signal. They're going to give that one to Michelle Thomas, her second personal. And Thomas commits team foul number 6 for Preston here. Martin with a miss. Second one rolls around the rim, comes off. Knights battling for control here, and inside 10 seconds gets that ball down to Carson Signs on the floor, continuing to battle for it, and it's going to go out of bounds with 3 seconds remaining on the clock. And Chesney Manco last touched that, says the official. So now Lincoln kicks it in, doesn't have an opportunity to go anywhere with it, and time expires in the first half. So we reach the halftime mark against this good 17-3 Lincoln Cougar team, and they are scrappy, they are talented, but right now they are down by 4, trailing the Knights 26-22, as Preston has pulled out everything but the kitchen sink here in the first half. Well, both these teams will make adjustments at halftime, and they will come out of the locker room raring to go. We'll take a break for these messages, and we'll be back right here on Hometown TV after this.
Ed B, do you know why I stopped you?
Well, your sticker is dead, wires are coming out of your tires, and I heard your brakes squealing from way back yonder. You need to get to the tire ladies, get in alignment, get the brakes put on this thing, get it inspected, and while you're there, you might as well get your oil changed. And if you don't, next time I see you, you're getting a ticket. Barney, put that bullet away.
Rainbow Tire, the tire lady takes care of me.
Become part of the family at Preston Family Pharmacy. It's not just their name, it's their philosophy. They treat you like family.
Whether you've just left the hospital or a routine checkup, make Preston Family Pharmacy your neighborhood pharmacy your next stop. The friendly professional staff at Preston Family Pharmacy will make sure that you get the time and attention you deserve for all your pharmacy needs. Preston Family Pharmacy is currently accepting all patients.
Preston Family Pharmacy, Route 7 across from Walmart, Kingwood. They'll take care of you like family.
Happy New Year! Kent and Melissa with Delano's Furniture and Mattress. Celebrate the new year with us by saving big on our double-sided made in West Virginia mattress sets.
Yesterday's quality meets today's technology. A mattress you can flip. It'll last you year after year. Come experience the Delano's difference.
The Delano's difference. The Delano's difference.
We also have adjustable beds.
Back here in the castle where the Preston Knights have a 26-22 lead over the 17-3 Lincoln Cougars. And I mentioned their record just to say this: they are a pretty good, very good actually, team on the season, coming in here off of a big win over Elkins just a night ago, and taking on this 12-9 Preston squad. And Preston giving them all they can right now. And here's a tip and a steal, and into the backcourt goes the ball. Lincoln coming back away with it there, but Preston doing a nice job defensively here. We're going to get a whistle and a foul called. That block looked pretty good, but they're going to give Carson Signs her first personal on the play. And Williams will go to the line here, and she gets her first points of the night. Williams up and good. So now it's a 2-point lead for Preston. And you can bet the Cougars are going to play this one tough the rest of the way. Signs down the lane, bounces it on the rim, up and in. So a nice drive on the baseline by Signs. And here come the Cougars. Back on the attack. Cougars forced Carson Signs into a walk as she was trying to avoid going out of bounds down there on the baseline. And good defense by Lincoln. But Lincoln now throws it away in just about that same area. All right, Preston over half court, facing a tough man defense here. Garlitz to Thomas. Thomas can't get it to go. Signs, rebounds her own miss. And there's going to be contact, and Carson Signs will go to the free throw line now. And that will be personal foul number 3 for Maddie Martin. And Martin is the spark plug sophomore point guard who started out running the offense here tonight. And 2 misses for Preston. Signs gets the ball up, off the glass, off the front of the rim, and now off and running the Lincoln Cougars. Williams Williams for a three, and she has heated up here in the second half. She's got 5 points real quick. It is a 1-point, 28-27 contest. Preston with a slim lead and looking for what they want to do, and they get that ball down low. Myers with a shot that rims out. She's knocked to the floor, and driving back the other way. Up and in goes Ferris. And Preston is struggling a little bit now, and again, it's the tempo issue. Knights going just a little bit too fast here, nearly give one away. All right, Preston, a chance to set the offense. Myers pivots, swings it right. Manco back to Garlitz, now down inside. Signs on the baseline, has it. Whistle, and a foul. And it'll be Ferris who commits her third personal. So a couple of the Lincoln Cougar starters in a little bit of foul trouble here now. And Signs puts that one over the front of the rim, off the back of the iron, and out. Carson Signs was a good free throw shooter in the first half. She's trying to get that touch back, and she's struggling a little bit with it now. Missed them both there, and that is 4 missed free throws for Preston at a time when they can ill afford it. We get a whistle, the ball stolen away from Maddie Martin, and they're going to whistle that one and give it to Michelle Thomas, and Michelle will have her third personal in the book now. That's on the floor. And here come the Cougars. They drop that ball off. Ball gets away down in the corner. Thomas having a hard time corralling it over there. Loose ball goes out of bounds, out to Lincoln, and they will send Ferris over to inbound it. Ferris to Martin, Martin to Williams.
Shoot in the corner, Michelle.
All right, Martin running the offense here. Goes deep in the corner to Williams, who bounces it back to Ferris. And Lincoln is going to retain possession as the ball is slapped out of bounds. So Maddie Martin runs down there to enter the ball under the offensive boards. She'll send it way out front to Williams, who looks at the shot, then dumps it right, and it is Martin. So Maddie Martin with the tray. Hannah Ferris commits the personal, and that's on the floor, but that is Ferris's fourth personal. So the Knights are going to challenge her at this point, see if they can get her on the bench. And tellingly, Lincoln not taking her out. Martin, long look at a three again. That one won't drop. Knights up and in goes Manco with that one. So Manco in the book, and it's 31-32. Lincoln in the lead by 1. Martin bumped, guarded closely by Manco, and then in the paint, the ball up off the hands of Rockwell. Bounces harmlessly off the rim, but she is fouled on the attempt. And Erica Myers picks up her third personal. And Rockwell wastes no time in stepping up to the line here and dumping one right in the bottom of the net. Carson Signs will come to the sidelines. And Rockwell is ready with number 2. And she rings that one around and around, and down it goes. And Rockwell has now made all 4 of her free throw attempts. But Preston comes back and gets an answer on the other side from Manco. Knotted at 34. Lincoln takes the ball down low, and it does not drop. Katie Martin couldn't get that one to fall. Preston off and running. Ball high off the rim, won't go. Michelle Thomas with the rebound. Ball partially blocked. Williams driving it all the way down, dishes it off. Underneath, Preston steals it away. Thomas on the receiving end of the pass. She'll kick it back out front. The Knights will set the offense. Manco looking for the shot, has the pass attempt blocked. And now Sturm drives it all the way down, off the glass, off the rim. Preston, Garlitz with the ball, deep in the corner. Perfect setup for Michelle Thomas, ball won't drop. And now it's out over the end line with 2 minutes and 49 seconds remaining and a timeout on the floor. All knotted at 34. We've got a classic game here in the Castle for the regular season finale for the Lady Knights. If you made it out here to this one, you're glad you're in the crowd. And if you didn't, well, sorry you didn't make it, but we're happy you're watching it here on Hometown TV on digital display. Preston right now, more than at any other time, got to take control of the tempo of this contest and got to value possession of the ball. Cannot have turnovers with this speedy Cougar team ready to get easy runouts. Knights may be able to challenge and get a couple of starters out of there, though. Maddie Martin in some foul trouble for the Cougars, and Hannah Ferris also with 4 fouls for Lincoln. And that Lincoln bench is young and I suspect not extremely deep. Manco and Garlitz on this side, working the ball back and forth. Now they'll swing it around. Down low. And no call as manhandled down there underneath. And Erica Myers has a stern look on her face. Ferris with a miss. Martin cleans up the blocked shot. And now they get it to Williams, and a whistle as Williams turns and slams that one up onto the glass and down into the net. And Williams has really been the deciding factor for the Lincoln Cougars here in this third period. She has scored all of her points tonight, all 7 of them. And she'll go to the line here as the Knights shuffle the lineup, and Williams scores her 8th point. And that 3-point swing makes it a 37-34 lead for Lincoln. Now Isabella Stahl into the lineup for Preston. On the right side, she'll crank up a 3, just slightly strong, and Stahl slows the ball down as Lincoln wanted to get off and running with that. Now they'll go to Williams down inside. Oh, she's got a nice little drop step a good move there, and she scores 2 more. She's got 10 all in this period, and we get a whistle and a foul called on Victoria Sturm. 14 fouls for the Cougars. Sturm picking up just her second. The Knights inbound it, and they swing it to Stahl. Stahl driving against Williams. And then Williams comes off a Stahl, collapses back to the basket, challenges Carson Sign, puts her on the floor. They're going to give the foul to Williams, her third personal. Team foul number 5. And Carson Signs, who has been a little bit bedeviled at the line here. Second one on its way off the rim, batted around, and Signs gathers it up in the front court. And Preston takes it, gives it back to her. She puts it up, and Stahl tries to track down the miss on the baseline, and it goes out of bounds. Preston trying to make something happen there. Couldn't quite get it back to the rim. And we've got 1:15 seconds on a turning clock here in the third period as the Knights trail by 4. Ball short-armed up onto the rim and out of there with it comes Tori Garlitz, and she is fouled. And that will be the third foul for Vicky Sturm. So Ferris with 4, Martin with 3, Sturm with 3. Cougars getting in some foul trouble, and I still don't see anyone getting up off the bench. So a little suspicious that their first 5, their best 5, may be their only 5. Elliott's shot partially blocked, and Lincoln comes down, throws up a prayer, and gets a blocking call. With 27 seconds remaining, Tori Garlitz picks up her first personal of the evening, and Sturm goes to the line. And that one a little strong. Comes off the back of the rim. Sturm struggling at the line right now, misses them both. And Carson Signs down the sideline with the ball, gives it to Garlitz. Over to Stahl, back out front. Garlitz calling the play. Stahl looks to Signs in the paint. Manco, back around they go. Stahl, back to Signs. Signs, nice little one arm up onto the glass and in. Right at the buzzer, Preston picks up 2 and closes it to a 2-point 39-37 contest. The Lady Knights trying to make a charge here as we turn to the fourth quarter, and we'll be back with the start of final action here in the Castle for this season right after this.
ATI Industries, located 10 miles east of Morgantown in Reedsville, West Virginia, is looking for driven, hard-working individuals to assist in our ever-growing business. Dedicated to leading the oil and gas industry in the inspection of drill string elements, downhole tools, casing, and rig handling equipment, ATI Industries has grown into one of the largest inspection companies in the Appalachian Basin. Servicing the greater West Virginia, Ohio, and Pennsylvania areas, ATI Industries has stayed committed to providing unsurpassed oilfield services with the highest standard of safety, reliability, and integrity to our employees, our community, and our customers. ATI Industries is located at 343 North Robert Stone Way, right here in Reedsville, West Virginia. Come see us today.
Preston Memorial Hospital offers 4 locations in Preston County to complete your laboratory tests. Our friendly, qualified staff is happy to serve you in Kingwood, Reedsville, Fellowsville, and now our newest location in Brewston Mills at the Brewston Mills Medical Center, where no appointment is necessary as walk-ins are welcome on Mondays from 7 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursday from 7 to 3:30, and 7 to 11 on Fridays. For directions or questions, give us a call at 304-379-1103.
Brown's Mill Grocery invites you to stop by for anything you might need. If you're looking for a quick bite, Brown's Mill has buffet-style pizza, fresh subs, and cold drinks. Fill up your tank and your car's tank, too, with quality gasoline. Snacks, cold drinks, gasoline, anything you might need, you'll find at Brown's Mill Grocery. Brown's Mill Grocery at the corner of the Dogtown Road and Route 92. We look forward to seeing you soon at Brown's Mill Grocery. From humble beginnings, Stone Paving has emerged as one of the premier paving companies in the region. Stone Paving has been doing business for nearly 20 years and provides asphalt paving services to residential, commercial, and highway customers. They're pre-qualified with the West Virginia Department of Highways and have a history of meeting the most demanding schedules. Stone Paving has equipment and personnel that can complete any project, and they're committed to providing quality service at a competitive price. When you're planning your next project, call Stone Paving.
One more furious quarter of action remaining here in the regular season for the Lady Knights at home. And they're going to own the ball to start it. Preston scoring. Making it 39-37, and with the ball now. Needs to work their magic. Myers inside. Short arms it up. Carson Signs there to gather it off the baseline. Turn and fire it up and in, and she has tied this one at 39. Second chance basket for the Cougars. And Preston on the run. And again, the Knights don't have to go quite that fast. That quick transition game playing more to Lincoln's strengths than it does to Preston's right now. Martin turns, fires it back to Williams, who's out high. Turning with that ball, and Williams takes a look. One dribble deep into the corner, she'll go with it. And nearly stolen away. Michelle Thomas was off and running with that one and just couldn't quite.
Hey, when we get a chance to switch back, we gotta switch back.
Get there now. Inside the 7-minute mark. And the Lady Knights with it, working the perimeter here. Oh, long cross-court pass to Thomas, and she goes deep into the corner and finds a wide open Carson Signs for 3. And that makes it 42-41 Preston, and a ball across the rim, rolls out. Michelle Thomas goes hard to the floor, taking in that rebound. No foul, but the ball will belong to Preston. This has been an exciting contest here in the Castle, and the Knights trying to take control here. Myers again a little bit short with that shot. Up off the iron, and Preston unable to get a second chance that time. And Sturm will drive it down, lay it up and in. 43-42, we seesaw back and forth, and Thomas high off the glass. And Lincoln there to take it. Martin. And they work it down deep. Can't get the shot, and Carson Signs all over the glass to rebound that one. And here comes Preston. Thomas to Signs, Signs cross court to Manco. Back to Garlitz, who drives. Myers in the circle. Manco. And down the line, up and in. And an immediate timeout taken by the Knight bench on that made basket as Preston seesaws back into a 44-43 lead. Just over 5 minutes remaining here in regulation. And folks, this has turned into a Castle Classic as the Lady Knights taking on 17-3 Lincoln and giving them all they've got. We want to thank the sponsors that have helped bring you Preston Knight varsity basketball all season long right here on Hometown TV. And we appreciate ATI and Preston Memorial, our major sponsors, along with everybody else who has chipped in to bring you both the boys and girls varsity basketball here in the 2018-2019 season from Kingwood. Always fun in the castle and a good group in here tonight watching this contest, and some of you have stopped down by the big table. We appreciate that. We thank you for tuning in.
Flex, come out, Carson. No foul, Michelle. Flex, come out, Carson. Okay, good. Help position, help.
Knight's doing a good job. They've changed up the defense a little bit here. Going to force the shot from outside. Ferris puts that one up and in. And that'll be a long two for Ferris and a 1-point advantage. Manco, who has 2 trays here in the second half. And Michelle Thomas is going to pick up her 5th personal, and she will set the rest of the way here now with just over 4.5 minutes to go. And that is not the way Michelle wanted to exit this contest. Isabella Stahl will check into the lineup for Preston. And Ferris got a little push there on the way to the basket. And that'll be Stahl who picks up her 2nd personal. So no sooner does she get into the contest than Izzy Stahl. And now some dissension between the officials here. And they're going to call it a shooting foul. Okay, I'm laughing because that's just not what anybody in the building except one official saw. Ferris is going to make good on the 2nd attempt, and Preston gets the ball, but it's 46-44 now. And okay, so that was a shooting foul. And now we get Erica Myers, and she'll pick up her 4th personal on a hooking foul. Well, I'm not sure unless they draw a blue line on the floor and we get an icing penalty what the officials can come up with next. But right now, Ferris trying to enter that ball down to Williams, who wants to put a body on Erica Myers and get her in trouble. Then they kick it out to Martin, and Martin will drain the 3. And just that quick, it's 49-44 and a 5-point advantage for the Lincoln Cougars. Coming back. They'll kick it to Garlitz. Garlitz for the 3. Knight's not going anywhere, and the Cougars get one blocked and then get a whistle on the attempted putback. That was Rockwell. And Tori Garlitz steps in and takes the foul and puts Rockwell on the line. And Rockwell is good with her first. All right. One more free throw coming for Rockwell. Puts it up soft and makes it. And we get a whistle for a timeout. Timeout as Lincoln wants to talk things over now, leading 51-47. And they're in about as tenuous a situation as they have been all season long. Listen up, folks. This Lincoln squad does not play too many closely held games. They started out the season with a 62-56 loss to Buchanan Upshur, but then they win 68-34 over Southern, 57-25 over Byrd, and we know that RC Byrd team is a good ladies basketball team. 61-48 over Elkins, and you start to see the trend here. 65-41 over East Fairmont. 66-40 over Philip Barber, 85-31 over Liberty, and you know, on and on and on it goes as they pile up 17 wins against just 3 losses, and those 3 losses to Bridgeport, North Marion, and Buchanan Upshur. And Preston would like to be number 4 on that list here as they get set to take the ball with 3 minutes and 27 seconds remaining on the game clock. All right, Stahl on the dribble. Weaves and kicks it into the corner. Signs out there, a couple of dribbles, looks at the shot, gives it up to Garlitz. Now Garlitz will dribble it back out high. Manco, cross court, gets it to Myers. Myers to Stahl. Stahl's going to drive, dish it up off the glass. Now the official blew that whistle very quickly, and Coach Brian Miller is pointing out to the head official, it's the same thing you called on the other end in exactly the opposite way. Isabella Stahl trying to pay no attention to the argument between her coach and the official. Steps to the line calmly, sinks the first and then the second. And so Izzy gets them both. And the clock turns inside 3 minutes now with Preston. 1 basket behind, 51-49, and Williams with a step through, won't go, gets her own rebound and puts it back up and in. And the size advantage for Williams. Just too much for Preston right there. 53-49. And a 2-shot foul sends Tori Garlitz. And it's Rockwell who picks up the personal, and Preston continuing right now to make some hay at the free throw line. And that's 4 in a row, and Garlitz 2 for 2 hustles back down quickly. Knights trailing 53-51, and Williams goes to work. They've decided they're going to try to push that advantage, and that shot partially blocked, and Carson Sines comes away with it. No, check that. Manco comes away with it for Preston. Gets it to Garlitz. Garlitz on the dribble, drives in close, lays it up over the rim. And we're at the 2-minute mark as Lincoln backs it back out here now. Martin with 4 fouls, working hard out front, gives it to Ferris, takes it back, kicks it inside to Williams, takes it back again. And now, driving. Down low, ball knocked away. I believe that was Rockwell on the approach, and Preston knocks that one out of bounds with 1:43. Ferris. And the putback up and in. That was Rockwell with the make. And Preston, a three-point shot won't go. And with 1:22 on the clock, Preston will put the Lincoln Cougars on the line as Stahl picks up her third personal. And Sturm at the line has been pretty good tonight. And she rattles the first one home, and that with one more coming, and Sturm gives them their biggest lead at 57-51. All right, Preston down. Stahl, cross court, Manco. Back to Garlitz. Trio of good shooters out here if we can get somebody open. Signs on the baseline, has one go in and back out. And the Cougars rebound that one, and quickly into the front court they go.
Don't let him get it tonight.
Sturm. And Lincoln will take the timeout to save the possession, as Sturm was trapped over on the far sideline there. Preston's biggest enemy now is the clock, and the fact that Lincoln has this ball and will inbound it here, and Preston will almost certainly, if they cannot get a steal, have to make the immediate foul and hope that Lincoln gives it to someone who is not shooting free throws as well as Williams and Sturm and Rockwell have been shooting them here. Ferris with the inbound, and she'll work it to Martin. And Preston wanted the 5-second call, not going to get it. And now the foul given by Chesney Manco, and that'll be either her first or second. I believe her first on the evening, with 43 seconds left on the big clock. And Martin. Good teams make free throws down the stretch when they need them most. And that is exactly what she's doing right here. Got them both. And the Knights bring it quickly over half court, give it to Stahl. And Stahl trying to make a move with the ball there, has it slip away, and Martin gathers it up, and Lincoln can walk it down now and take the foul from Leah Elliott. And it's 59-51 with 31 seconds remaining on the clock. So it looks like Lincoln is going to sneak out of the castle as that one gets up and around and in. Knights with a couple of little instances of letting the Cougars play too much the style they wanted to play.
Hey, stay man. Stay man. Hey, if there's a dead ball, you can go right back.
All right, that ball out on the end to Lincoln here. And we're under 30 seconds left in the contest here as Preston sees this one slip away after a valiant effort in the castle. And Garlitz will pick up the foul with 16 seconds on the clock. And Anna Ferris will shoot for the Lincoln Cougars. And Lincoln has been, as promised, a tough, disciplined, good shooting squad here. I think they would say to the Preston Knights, don't hang your heads, ladies, because you've certainly given us everything we wanted here tonight. Preston with Manco in the corner, can't get a shot up. And now we've got 5 remaining on the clock. And the foul given in haste there, going for the ball. And that'll put Williams at the line, and that's probably a fitting way to end this one tonight, as Williams has been big in this contest for the Lincoln Cougars.
Hey, Jazz, you guys shoot.
A miss on the first. And Preston.
Door coming.
And that ball entered, taken by Lincoln, and the Cougars will dribble the clock out with the ball in the hands of Anna Ferris. And the Lincoln Cougars will defeat the Lady Knights in their final home game of the season. But that 63-51 score not indicative of how good this contest really was, because the Knights gave their all, and they have nothing to be ashamed of here. They just couldn't quite get it over the hump in the second half and bring this one home a win. The Lincoln Cougars will move on at 18-3, and Preston will get set for postseason play here, and the Lady Knights will be 12-10 headed into their final contest on the road at University, and then back into sectional play, and they'll be in sectional play again against University High. So for everyone here at Mountain Digital and at Hometown TV, our executive producer tonight has been Denise Blake. She's also taking care of camera duties. I'm Steve Blake. I thank you for tuning in all season long here to watch the Lady Knights. We have more boys basketball coming up once they find their way back from Petersburg next week. So we'll see you in the castle or on the air, wherever we see you. Take care out there. Be safe. Enjoy the second half of February. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and good night.